Before you finish this video, you'll make about 12 decisions. Stay or swipe, watch or scroll, comment or leave. Most of them you won't even notice, but your brain will, and your brain is exhausted. Here's the question you've never asked yourself. Why is getting through a normal Tuesday harder than surviving a prehistoric winter? We blame laziness. We blame weak discipline. We blame our phones. But the real culprit is something much older and much more terrifying. 300,000 years ago, your ancestors opened their eyes in the morning. They had exactly 3 decisions to make: eat, sleep, or run from the leopard. Life was so brutally simple that their brains operated on battery saver mode for almost the entire day. Psychologists call this state low cognitive load. But today, that switch has been flipped permanently. In 2011, a landmark study was published in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences. Researchers followed 8 Israeli parole judges. These judges spent their days reviewing cases of prisoners seeking early release. The study uncovered something deeply unsettling. At 8 a.m., when the judges were fresh, they granted parole to nearly 70% of the prisoners. By 4 p.m., with their brains drained, that number plummeted to just 10%. Same judges, same cases, same laws. The only variable? The time of day. The researchers called it decision fatigue. But let's go deeper. Why does decision fatigue even exist? Because your brain is a biological machine with a finite fuel tank. Psychologist Roy Baumeister demonstrated that every single choice you make burns through glucose, the sugar your prefrontal cortex runs on. Your prefrontal cortex is the CEO of your brain. It's responsible for focus, trade-offs, and resisting temptation. And like a marathon runner, it hits a wall. By the time you hit 4 p.m., your cognitive battery is hovering near 2%. Here's what that looks like in your real life. That's why you reach for junk food instead of cooking. That's why you snap at the people you love for absolutely no reason. That's why you scroll TikTok endlessly instead of reading that book. Your brain isn't lazy. Your brain is starving, running a marathon it was never designed to run. Now let's add the modern twist. AI promised to free our minds. Artificial intelligence was supposed to handle the boring stuff so we could think bigger, but the opposite happened. AI didn't reduce your decisions. It multiplied them exponentially. Before AI, you just had to write a sentence. Now you have to decide which prompt, which model, which tone, which output. Every single answer the machine gives you requires a micro-decision from your human brain. You've gone from being a hunter-gatherer to a manager of infinite digital employees, and your caveman brain is desperately underqualified for this job. Think about the paradox of choice. Psychologist Barry Schwartz proved that when humans face too many options, we don't feel liberated. We feel paralyzed. A hunter-gatherer saw a tree with fruit and ate it. You walk into a grocery store with 40,000 products and leave mentally drained. Your ancient reward system was built for scarcity. But AI and the internet have created artificial abundance, and your brain is drowning in it. There's a name for what's happening to you. It's called mental fatigue, and it manifests in ways you don't even recognize. That chronic feeling of being overwhelmed, that's your prefrontal cortex in survival mode. That low-grade anxiety you feel while scrolling, that's your brain's threat detection system, overwhelmed by the sheer volume of digital stimuli. You are living in a state of perpetual low-stakes conflict. Every notification is a question. Every message is a demand. Every choice is a tax. But here's the existential kicker. Your ancestors, huddled around campfires 30,000 years ago, spent their nights in quiet, reflective wakefulness. They lay in the dark and processed their thoughts. Today, you fill that gap with digital noise. Instead of resting, you react. Instead of reflecting, you consume. We traded the deep, meditative state of the watch for the shallow dopamine hits of the scroll. So when you lie in bed tonight, replaying the 35,000 decisions you made today, feeling that familiar knot of exhaustion, don't blame the phone. Don't blame your boss. Blame your ancient brain. It is still standing by that campfire, afraid of the predators in the dark. But the world outside the firelight has changed. It's now packed with AI, infinite choices, and relentless digital stimulation. And your biology is struggling, desperately, to keep up. The scariest part? You weren't built for this, but you are living it anyway. And that quiet ache you feel, that's not weakness. That's your ancestors whispering from 300,000 years ago, asking you one simple question. Why did you turn off the darkness? Sources: Danziger, Levav, and Avnaim Peso, 2011 PNAS. Extraneous factors in judicial decisions. Baumeister et al., 2007 Journal of Personality and Social Psychology. Self-control relies on glucose as a limited energy source. Schwartz, 2004 HarperCollins. The Paradox of Choice. Galiot et al., 2007 Journal of Personality and Social Psychology. Self-control relies on glucose. Cosmides and Tooby, 1994 Cambridge. The Adapted Mind.